Welcome everybody, it's TSLW semi-final day here at Windsor Park, and it's an overcast morning. We've had a bit of rain overnight, of course a lot of rain in the last couple of days, but the ground's come up pretty well, and we're for a great contest here as North Launceston take on Launceston on their home ground at Windsor Park. Welcome to the TSL live stream. Hope you enjoy this morning's action as the TSL and TSLW final series get underway here at 9:30. At Windsor Park, and welcome to my fellow commentators. First of all, g'day Darren Geert. How you going, mate?
Very well, thank you, Dave, and thanks for having me along.
No worries, and it should be an interesting game. Of course, Launceston going as favourites, but in finals, everything starts again, doesn't it?
Look, for sure, Launceston obviously finishing top of the table and two convincing wins over North, but we all know finals is a different ball game, so hopefully we get a really good contest.
Absolutely, and to my right here is our stats man, Dave Gruber. Welcome, Dave.
Morning, Dave.
And we're looking forward to bringing you all the action here this morning at TSLW semi-final. The other semi-final, of course, is between Clarence and Glenorchy. So the two winners in this year's final series go straight through to the grand final. Probably hearing our effects mic there that the girls are pretty excited. And exciting news for Launceston during the week, Darren, because we've got a draftee.
We have. So Brooke Brown has been drafted, and I believe she was the only Tasmanian drafted this year. So obviously joining the girls from Launceston that have previously been drafted, so we've obviously got three of those playing today. So Daria Bannister and who else have we got there? Mia King playing today.
Yep.
Abby Green, unfortunately, I think is injured, and Courtney Webb, previously being drafted, has transitioned over to cricket.
So the siren gives a bit of a blast there. Yeah, look, Brooke Brown, exciting for her. I've seen a fair bit of a play for the Launceston Tornadoes in the NBL 1 competition. And it's interesting, a number of female footballers have made that transition from other sports to AFL.
Yeah, I think I read during the week that Brooke sort of indicated that if the basketball season had gone ahead, that she probably wouldn't have been playing football.
Yeah, there you go.
So a season of football under her belt, and obviously very impressive that she's been able to be drafted.
Now, the mindset for North Launceston, Darren, obviously that they go in underdogs, but they've just got to take the game on, and they've got nothing to lose, but they're not expected to win. So anything, if they can get close to Launceston, hold them at bay for a while, you never know.
I think that's initially, as you're exactly right there, it's basically try and be in the contest for as long as they can. As I say, finals, it's an interesting game of football, so they've just got to compete.
That's right. It's a big day of footy today. Just the lineup today, we've got the TSLW semi-final here, followed by the Development League semi-final, Launceston and North Hobart. And then at 2 o'clock, Launceston and Lauderdale fight out for the TSL. Over at Utah Stadium, a couple of finals there today, North and the Tigers in the Development League, and then North and Clarence, North Launceston that is, and Clarence in the TSL. So the players are breaking up. Doesn't seem much wind around, Darren. It's just going to be a spongy surface, isn't it?
Look, there's certainly a little bit of surface water on the ground. The ground drains pretty well here, and with a forecast of 20 degrees, you'd hope that we'd sort of get conditions that would improve as the day goes on.
It is overcast, high cloud. There is some blue sky out to our right, so hopefully the sun will make an appearance quite soon. Looks like umpire Jake McKercher out there is going to take the first ball up. Of course, the ground, compared to the old days, it drains much, much better. You remember back in the 80s?
Significantly better. There used to be some magnificent spots on here where if you hit them, you would a chance to lose your footwear.
There you go. So, things, and all grounds really, the drainage these days, the technology they've got, designing the grounds is much, much better. Just waiting for the teams to form up.
So Launceston kicking to the Beaconsfield end.
Yep. Angela Dixon there, the coach of Launceston in the middle. She's manned up there by Ella Moore. So here we go, the TSLW final series is underway here at Windsor Park. First ball up, pretty even. One there by Sophie Townsend. A kick forward though for Launceston. Chance here for Melissa Smith. She's tackled straight away. Ball comes out here. Chain of handballs ends up with Jennifer Guy. Left foot kick to half forward. That's almost a mark there in these conditions to Meg Sinclair. She fights on after the ball. And it'll be a boundary throw in. So right, left half forward for the Blues. The start of this game will be pretty important for North Launceston. Had some competitive performances this year against the top three sides. And they're going to have to bring their best to here today. Townsend wins the tap. Launceston fighting hard. It's going to be holding the ball, so free kick. And Kayla Sheen is going to take the free kick for North Launceston. Chips in the middle of the ground. There's a teammate there who takes the mark with a slippery ball. That's Harley Bruard. former South Launceston player and TFA rep. She kicks to half forward. Must have chop out mark there by Deanne Taylor. So first inside 50 for North Launceston, gets repelled. Kick comes out here nicely towards Molly Clark, who takes the mark. Right half back. She plays on. There's a teammate further in field in Meg Radford. Of course, talented cricketer with the Raiders. Played last week. Into the centre of the ground is Jennifer Guy. She's prominent early, just brushes the tackle away. Oh, she just gets the handball away on time. Out to Melissa Smith. She gets tackled. So good tackling early on from North Launceston. They're bringing a lot of pressure to the contest. Jennifer Guy tackled to a standstill. And that's a feature early, Darren.
Certainly is, yeah. The pressure that North, and that's what we spoke about. They've just got to be in the contest and apply that pressure early.
So it's just outside their attacking 50 here. Townsend doing well in the ruck at the moment. Comes out to Maggie Cuthbertson, one of the best for Launceston, for North Launceston. Kicks out here. Kicked off the ground there from Reagan Kettle. It's on centre wing. Handball results here in a kick towards half forward. Jennifer Guy spalls from behind. Mia King, first involvement. She might have been caught with the ball there, so another holding the ball decision. And North Launceston will win the free kick. Right in front of the Launceston D-League players there. We're getting warmed up for their game coming up soon. Kettle again off the ground. So slippery conditions. There'll be a lot of that today, just getting the ball forward.
It's that territory battle, isn't it? Just basically maintaining possession.
So it's Bonnie Farrell in there fighting hard for North Launceston. The long sleeves, and it's out of bounds right in front of the Bombers' dugout. So no scorers yet. Boundary throw in. Townsend up against Camilla Taylor. Those two will do battle on the ruck today a fair bit. Townsend wins the tap. Laying the tackle there was Ella Mora. So Launceston just can't get their flying game going at the moment.
No. Look, North are certainly bringing a lot of pressure to the contest.
Chance here for Launceston. Kick semi-smothered. Good work there from Hayley Breward. A couple of involvements early. Out it comes now to Clifford. Clifford kicks inside 50. Chance here for North Launceston. Spills over the back. Doing well there for the Blues is Georgia Hill. Can't win a clean possession. Now North Launceston gain possession right on the boundary. Handball to no one in particular. Georgia Hill fighting in there again. Leads in the race for the ball. Pressured there by Bourne for North Launceston. Going to be a ball up. So inside 50s groups, how are we tracking there?
2 to North Launceston so far.
Right. So 2-0. By McKercher, throws it up. Townsend wins the tap there, out towards Taylor. A lot of players around the contest. And once again, it'll be a ball up. Who's handing the ball back there was Maggie Cuthbertson. North Launceston deep in attack. Trying to win the ball there was Cuthbertson. Nobody's escaping. So another ball up. So North will be happy about this at the moment, Darren.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, look, certainly absorbing the pressure and maintaining the ball inside their forward 50.
And a chance to score. Cuthbertson off the ground. Close to the goal line. Might be a try there. Let's see what happens here. It'll be a ball up right on the goal line near the left behind post.
Their tackling pressure's been sensational, North.
Townsend. Chance here. That's a throw. And penalised there is Ella Mora. Devils listed player. So Mia King working hard in the back line. Kangaroos play in the AFLW. Short kick away to the coach Dixon. She gets it away to the back pocket there towards Michaela Binns. Does well. Gains some territory at the Blues. McKenna Hillier taps off the ground towards the boundary. Out of bounds. So they cleared the danger area pretty well there.
They paid that as a deliberate there.
Have they?
Dave, yes.
They have to. So free kick going the Bombers' way. Ruby Slater, the number 2. Little kick forward's a good one. The Bombers launch an attack. To the pocket, spills over the back, slippery ball close to the goal line. Oh, attempted kick off the ground's not there. Now is that a goal? Waits the play, gets up, it is. First goal to North Launceston. And they're away here at Windsor Park. 1 goal straight, 6. And Launceston yet to score. Just have to wait for the player to turn around there. I think it might be Zoe Bourne, but we'll just get confirmation of that. Spills over the back, slippery ball close to the goal line. So Zoe Bourne, I suspect, has got the first goal there for North Launceston.
Certainly reward for the pressure that they've applied through the first half of this contest, really.
Yep, and that's a valuable goal. It's not going to be a high-scoring game. As the ball goes up in the centre of the ground. Now Lamore in there fighting hard. They could go forward again here, North Launceston. That'll be another ball up. Taken here by Jennifer Guy. Kicks forward. Ball bouncing dangerously here for North Launceston. India Viney in there. The handball comes out to Mia King. She kicks straight away inside 50. Daria Bannister's there. So is Brooke Brown. Chance now for Launceston. First shot on goal. And that's going to go through. That's the first goal for Launceston. Meg Sinclair gets the first goal for Launceston, and it's 1 goal straight apiece. Now that goal scorer groups, just for the record there for North Launceston, was Sophie Farrow, the number 9 there. We got it off the ground in the goal square, so make that correction for our score there. So well done to the Blues, and that was a good footy. Mia King just showed a bit of common sense there, just getting the ball forward quickly, and they had the numbers.
They certainly did, yeah. Once it sort of got out the back there, Launceston outnumbered.
So Meg Sinclair, the number 32, puts it through. Now they're away again, North Launceston. Kick towards half forward.
Hayley White.
Hayley White comes out and clears the area. Meg Sinclair again involved. Good bustling work there from Mia King. Back to Sinclair. Now it's there with Meg Radford. Handballs back to Jen Guy. Left foot towards half forward. So Sophie Townsend fighting hard, their former Evandale player. In the ruck today for North Launceston. Scrubby little kick there from Ruby Slater. Tackle laid. It's going to be a ball up. So even start, 1 goal straight, 6 apiece. So North Launceston are doing as they plan to do, is just stay in this game through the first 10 minutes. Only short quarters, 15 minutes flat. Here they go again. Kick towards half forward. Spills over the back. Great work at half back there from Georgia Hill. Handball's out towards Hayley White. She gets tackled. Back into Michaela Binns, who's been solid early. Cuthbertson in there. Chance now for Zoe Bourne. She gets a quick kick forward. Off to the races now. Deanne Taylor gets back. Kicks wide. Chance here for Launceston. They can pick it up. And it's going to be a ball up centre wing. So a bit more of a free-flowing game now, Darren.
It's sort of opened up a bit.
Yep.
Still quite slippery, so obviously the players are struggling at times.
So tackle laid there on Mia King. Ball up on the far side. Mia King involved again. Swings round on the right foot. Up here towards Brooke Brown. Taps the ball on nicely. A large bus goes past in front of us, Darren.
I'd say that's the
North Hobart
boys
yep.
arriving.
Kick towards half forward for Launceston. Nice pick up there in the wet by Amy Halliby. It's a one-on-one contest in the square. Back here towards Sinclair. Oh, the handball came out to Jen Guy, who just couldn't quite get a handle. Player lurking in the square. Turns around and goals. That's Brooke Brown. And that's a second goal for Launceston. She found space out the back and was shovelled out towards her, and Brooke Brown made no mistake from the goal square.
Yeah,
back here towards Sinclair, all the handball.
Probably opportunistic, really. The Brooke sort of rolled forward to the footy, and it fell out the back of the pack, and an easy goal.
So goals now to Sinclair and Brown for Launceston. And Sophie Farrow, the goal scorer for North Launceston. 2 goals to 1. They just look dangerous when they go forward and have that open forward line.
I think if they can open it up, Launceston, certainly they've got a very potent forward line.
Umpire Jake McKercher examines the scene. And up goes the ball again. Mia King involved there. So is Camilla Taylor. Jen Guy might have thrown that away. No, says the umpire. It was Carly Farrow there for North Launceston, number 17. The ball up just adjacent to the centre circles. Townsend and Taylor probably nullify each other. Spills out to McKenna Hillier. Kicks towards the wing. Bannister tackled there without the ball. We'll get a free kick. So Daria Bannister. Start for the North Melbourne team in the AFLW. Kicks inside 50. Bit of interference there. And free kick's going to go to India Viney, who's another Devils listed player for the Northern Bombers. Out here towards Cuthbertson. Fighting for it with Melissa Smith. Now to Dixon. Shows a bit of pace. 60 out. Kicks inside 50. Off to the right a little bit. Brooke Brown's there. She's worried out of it. But picking up the ball and going is Molly Clark. So that's the 3rd goal for Launceston. They've really struck back since conceding that early goal. So 3 in a row in the latter stage of this first quarter. Through about 13 minutes. And the first goal to Molly Clark.
I think it's just the weight of forward entries at the moment. Sort of Launceston are getting the ball into that forward arc and taking the most of those opportunities. So
Groves, I'm just looking at his inside 50s here. It's 4 apiece. And, of course, North Launceston had the first 2 or 3, I think, of the game.
Launceston looking more efficient, though, when they actually do get into their forward half.
And to stay in this game, I think North Launceston really need this next goal. They battled hard in this first quarter. Could have been an infringement here with the 666. Talk to me, Darren.
Yeah, I think it was just an interchange. A player actually didn't get back into the arc.
Anyway, back underway. And I tell you what, Sophie Townsend's done a great job on the ruck. She's won the hit out so far. Now it's a free kick from the centre clearance to Ella Mora. Devils player. In the centre circle. She should go long. Time is running out a little bit in this first quarter. Good work at half back there. Beautifully done there by Deanne Taylor. Yes, she's showing her class back there. Oh, player caught with the ball there was Jennifer Guy. Handball comes out. Kick inside. 50 from Bonnie Farrell. Semi-smothered. From the far side of Windsor Park. Close to quarter time. 3 goals to 1 is the score. And the whistle on play. Free kick to Launceston. Going back to Addie Hoiberg-Cox. Northwest player with Wynyard. Played in NWFL finals in the women's competition. Hoiberg-Cox kicks up the wing. Hillier is in there, as is Ella Mora. It's out of bounds. So scrambly first few minutes, but it's open up. Entertaining first quarter here in this TSLW semi-final. Bounty throw in. And there's the first quarter done and dusted here at Windsor Park. And at quarter time, it's Launceston 3 goals straight 18. North Launceston 1 goal straight 6. So the goal scorers for Launceston, Molly Clark, Brooke Brown and Meg Sinclair. And for North Launceston, it was Sophie Farrow who scored a goal there. The first goal of the game. What are your thoughts on the first quarter, Darren?
I think the first quarter really was almost a 2 halves. North Launceston really in the contest early, got the first score on the board. Launceston basically replied straight away. I think North seem to play better when it's a really tough, tight and close contest. Launceston, obviously, once they can open up and get into their forward half, very strong forward line for the Launceston side.
Yeah, they took at those players, a little bit of excitement and capitalise on opportunities.
Yeah, for sure.
We've seen that a few times. But North Launceston, to their credit, they've come out to play here today.
Yep.
And they're in the contest. As I said in the commentary a few minutes ago, they probably really need the next goal to sustain it. It's going to get a little bit scrambly as the day goes on. The ground's held up okay?
Yeah, it's not too bad. And look, as I say, hopefully with the weather holding off, that it will improve through the day. But obviously still a bit of surface water there.
And the North Hobart boys straight off the bus. They're on to Windsor Park, so they'll be up next in the Development League game. But for a moment, we'll take a break here on the live stream. Quarter time, it's Launceston 3 goals straight 18, North Launceston 1 goal straight 6. We're back in a few minutes. Welcome back here to Windsor Park. Second quarter, it's 3 goals straight, 18 Launceston. North Launceston 1 goal straight, 6 goals to Sinclair, Brown and Clark for Launceston, and Sophie Farrow scoring the goal from North Launceston. Jake McKercher take the first centre ball. Just waiting for the Patrons to get off the ground. Of course, the North Hobart boys. A bit of a warm up here at quarter time. Anyway, up goes the ball. We're underway. Second quarter, TSLW semi-final. Jennifer Guy wins the first clearance for Launceston. Up towards half forward, Meg Sinclair struggles to find a handle. Oh, beautiful little turn there. Gets on the left foot. Kicks in the forward line. Brooke Brown can't quite take the mark. Tries to get it to Bannister. Well done there to Grace Billich as she gets the ball out of defence. Angela Dixon meets the ball. A bit of a wrestle there between a couple of players. Kayla Sheen involved for North Launceston. So ball up 70 metres out. Clearances in the first quarter, 5 apiece. And hit outs 11-4 in that first quarter, North Launceston's way. So good work there from Sophie Townsend, the former Evandale player. Handball out from King to Radford to half forward and finds Sinclair. Gee, she's been busy so far. Kick inside 50 towards Brown, who leads out and takes the ball on her chest and will line up from about 30 out directly in front. That was good footy from Launceston.
Oh, it's fantastic. If you saw, Daria Bannister actually was working back and basically put a block on to allow Brown to lead out.
Yep.
So,
and Meg Sinclair, gee, she's had a great
she's had a
game
lot
so
of it,
far.
yes.
Yep. So Brooke Brown, slow deliberate approach, kicks it nicely straight through the middle, and that's 4 goals now to Launceston, 2 to Brooke Brown. Celebrating her drafting during the week to North Melbourne. And that's 4 goals straight 24, 1 goal straight 6. And lovely footy there from Launceston. The coach will be happy with that.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's interesting, though, as you talked about the stats there. So North are certainly getting their hand on the footy in the middle through their ruck domination, but probably just not being able to capitalise on the clearances.
They had more inside 50s in that first quarter, in fact, 5-4. Free kicks, 5-4 in the first quarter, North Launceston's way as well. So Brooke Brown puts through a second. We're underway again from the middle. Play on, says Jake McKercher, then he awards a free kick. It's driven forward for North Launceston. Off the hands there of Farrell. Chance for Jen Guy. Half forward Sinclair's all on her own. Takes the mark. Judges the ball nicely, takes it on her chest. So Sinclair, carbon copy of before. This time she goes further. Oh, nice little chop out there from Ruby Slater. As the Launceston players are streaming out on the lead. Jodie Clifford clears the ball, but there's a bit of a brick wall there. So Launceston will draw this one back into attack. It's knocked away by Bannister. Follows up. Thinks about a handball. Goes herself. Little kick towards Sinclair, who takes the mark. About 15 out directly in front, and they're really getting their game going now.
A big presence, Meg Sinclair there at centre half forward, so she seems to be on the end of everything at the moment.
So Sinclair comes in, falls a little bit short, and falls through for the first behind. And so the first behind on the board for the day for either team, 4-1-25 to 1 goal straight 6. So they've had all the attacking in this second quarter. There's mark taken on a chest there by Sophie Townsend. Long kick. Nice to mark there to Farrow. Comes out now to Guy. Handball sideways to Radford. Kick inside 50. And Sinclair again. And off hands this time to Clifford, skipper of North Launceston. Dropping the mark there was Ella Mora. She follows up pretty well though. Clifford there again. Leading by example, former Georgetown player. 60 out from Launceston's goal. And pushing the back is found by the umpire. So the leading free kick there to Carly Farrow. Little kick, doesn't go the regulation. Clifford has to evade a tackle. Gets out towards Billich. Grace Billich does okay, keeps it in front of her. Fighting on for the ball. She takes it back in, which is a bit dangerous. How does the umpire see this? Yep, holding the ball. So free kick. Pressure there from Mia King. So she'll probably go long looking for those forward targets. Bannister leads out. The front, spills over the back. Sinclair dangerous. Doing well there is Billich. She gets the ball out of the area. Only as far as Radford. Working hard there for North Launceston with Slater. Looks like she's holding the ball. It's a little bit red hot. I would have thought, Darren.
I think so. Maybe that she may have turned around in the tackle, probably just given enough time.
So free kick to Bannister. She's looking for the short pass. She goes there now. And it's a nice mark to Brooke Brown.
Those two are working well. Two North Melbourne
that's right.
draftees. So Jen Guy certainly is taking control in the middle at the moment as well.
So Brooke Brown, 30 out. She kicked goal from here earlier in the quarter. Makes a good connection and kicks the goal for Launceston. And that is her third in this game so far. We're not even at half time yet, but showing her class, showing why she was taken in the draft this week. That's 5 goals, 131 Launceston, North Launceston, 1 goal, straight 6. Gee, shooting for goal, I've only got a limited sample here, but really well rehearsed and makes great connection with the ball.
She does, yeah. So, as I say, as a basketball convert and someone that's relatively new to football, I believe she played football down the northwest coast last year for Launceston and kicked a number of goals as well. So, obviously, very very good at that part of her craft.
So Launceston now getting out to a really handy lead in this contest. Great ruck work now. Mia King streams out of the centre towards half forward, but it's chopped off there by Clifford, who takes the mark for North Launceston. She goes on the left boot, goes wide. Out here looking for India Viney. So the contest over there with Viney. Clifford again, she's working hard. Little kick, tries to get it back to Viney. Dixon's there. Good work, India Viney. Holding the ball up. Fighting hard there is the ruckman Townsend. So we ball up. Right half forward for the Blues. About 7 minutes into this quarter. So a lot of players around the contest here. Canada merge. Camilla Taylor does pretty well. Now at half forward, Radford, back to Camilla Taylor, back to Radford. Dangerous here with Bannister, overruns the ball. And Ebony Barringer sees the ball out of bounds.
The work of Jodie Clifford at the moment, Jodie's the captain of the side and has been, I think, since they entered the competition. She's really, really working hard and keeping North in this contest with her defensive work.
Brooke Brown in the ruck there. Someone trying to get a kick off the ground. They do, and Brooke Brown again. That's 4. She's on fire here at Windsor Park is Brooke Brown. And that's their 6 for Launceston. 6 goals, 137, 1 goal straight 6. And it's a bit of a masterclass at the moment, Darren.
It's proving to be a very difficult matchup down there with Brown. 3 goals this quarter, I think, so and really quite dominant in the forward half.
Well, she showed all the skills so far, leading out, marking, and now opportunist goals off the ground. And 4 goals, first half. Let's see if she can add to that tally before half time. Still plenty of time, only halfway through this second quarter. Away again. Zoe Bourne's in there for North Launceston. Here's a chance for them. They clear the centre. Inside 50 here, opportunity as Bonnie Farrell gets it over the top. Shot on goal here. That's Ella Mora, and she scores a goal for North Launceston. Great work out of the middle by the Bombers. So they really needed that one to try and stay in the contest. But good link-up footy there, and Ella Mora, the number 1 there for North Launceston, finishes the job.
Certainly need more of that. The ruck domination that we've talked about, if they can win the ball out of the middle and get a quick forward entry, that certainly helps their cause.
Yeah, so inside 50, that's their first one for the quarter. They scored that goal. Launceston 8 inside 50s so far for the 3 goals. So good footy being played here in the TSLW. This next centre clearance is pretty crucial. If North can get another goal on the board, they can stay in this contest till half time. Jen Guy has to backtrack a little bit. Left foot here towards Mia King's a good one. And that was well done there by India Viney. Just worried King out of it, but she's on the follow-up. Back to Guy. A lot of possessions to those players so far. Speaking of possessions, Meg Sinclair's had a lot of it. A bit of surface water there you can see. Dixon, great pick up in the wet. Swings around in towards half forward, and she finds Brooke Brown. Now this will really test the conversion skills here, Darren. She's about 45 out.
She's on fire though, so
yeah, anything's possible. And hasn't Meg Sinclair been electric at that half forward role, the old-fashioned half forward flanker?
Yeah. She's probably got the high half forward option too, so a lot of the ball's basically going through her.
Brooke Brown, that's a nice kick. Umpire moves off to the left, one behind. 6-2-38, plays 2 goals straight, 12. And we're now about nearly 11 minutes into this second quarter. So TSLW semi-final day. It's a long kick out of defence there from Clifford. Over towards Moore, who scored that last goal. Gets her hands free for the handball. Gets it to a teammate who's tackled by a couple. Now Launceston win the contested ball. That's Bannister getting their handball out to Jen Guy. This way, that away. It's inside 50. There she is again, Brooke Brown. She takes it on her chest. Chance for number 5. This time she's about 20 out. Slide angle. And great work around the contest there. Those on-ballers. Bannister and Guy once again.
Guy, yes, for sure.
So Brooke Brown, probably one of the easiest set shots she's had so far. Makes no mistake, that's 5 goals before half-time here at Windsor Park to Brooke Brown. What a fantastic performance. I'm running out of superlatives.
She
5 out of 7.
It's been a dominant half, really.
But, I mean, obviously, great work by, we talked about Jennifer Guy, Mia King, Meg Sinclair, all these players.
Yeah.
Further up the ground are doing their job as well.
As I say, well, once again, North are getting their hands on the footy in the middle, but Launceston really probably controlling the clearances and giving their forwards the first option.
So still overcast here at Windsor Park. So a bit of blue sky in the northerly direction, so hopefully we'll get some sunshine very soon. Dixon out to Guy. It's a VFLW listed player with Collingwood. Kicks towards half forward. Chance there for North Lonnie. Gemma Blair. Working hard there is Blair. Now it's Sinclair. Tackled there by Ruby Slater. Off the ground by McKenna Hillier. Towards Brown again. She's off the ball. Tackled there is Molly Clark. And got rid of the ball in incorrect fashion. So free kick. Going to come back. Hartley Broad. Kicks up the wing. And there for Cuthbertson. Off hands. Player tackled. Now inside 50 through Radford. Here's Brown again. She's hovering, but North Lonnie do pretty well here. Ruby Slater. Little kick. Farrow. Towards the centre of the ground. Mark's taken there by Binns. Kayla Binns. Really good vision there to spot a teammate. Although getting in the way there nicely was Reagan Kettle. Girl from Scottsdale. Clifford off the ground. There's Melissa Smith involved. Kick forward. Dangerous position here for North Lonnie. Players getting a bit tired here towards half-time. Out it comes. Brooke Brown swings for goal. She'll need a bounce this time. It's not there. Through for one behind.
Her second behind, so 5 goals, 2.
And it's 7-3-45 to 2 goals straight, 12. And we've just got about a minute left in this first half. It's half dominated by Brooke Brown, 5 goals. Entertaining half of footy. Front position there it was. Sinclair couldn't take it. Kick forward only as far as Binns, who's got that sweeping roll there, forming that line. Inside 50, and we've got a free kick or a mark.
Downfield.
Downfield anyway. So
that girl again. Brooke Brown, I believe.
She's got it again. Chance for number 6, close to half-time. And so Michaela Binns there, just a cop one as she got rid of the ball. So well within range on the evidence we've seen so far. Almost an identical position to the other goals that or a couple of other goals that she's kicked in this quarter. So Brooke Brown for goal number 6. Sets it out to the right. It'll have to come back a fair way. It doesn't. 5 goals, 3 to Brooke Brown to half time though. 5 out of the 7. 7-4, 46. Launceston. North Launceston 2 goals straight, 12. Margin of 34 points. So really that second quarter dominated by Launceston. Looking at the inside 50s, 14-1. And North Launceston did a good job to score a goal out of that one inside 50 entry. Hit outs that quarter, 5 to North Launceston, 3 to Launceston. Clearances getting on top that quarter, Giddy 8-1, Launceston's favour. Yeah. 5 inside 50 marks that quarter to Launceston, which is significant, and 3 free kicks apiece. So, yep, they really got on top.
They did, look, and it came out of the middle. I think Jennifer Guy in there was basically dominant and fed the ball into Sinclair, and obviously having Brooke Brown down there with her finishing prowess. There was a rare blemish on the siren there to kick that behind. So, look, it's a pure domination out of the middle.
Yep, so I think that pretty much sums it up. North Lonnie, you mentioned, Jodie Clifford obviously working hard there. Sophie Townsend's been fantastic in the ruck. Yeah. And some of the younger players have contributed along the way. Nice goal there by Ella Mora in that quarter. And that was the most fluent passage of play we've probably seen from North so far.
Once again, I think it opened up, and that gave them an opportunity to move the ball, use the space that they had ahead of the contest. As I say, certainly Jodie Clifford was the standout that quarter with her work in the defensive arc.
Okay, so the goal scorers, Brooke Brown has kicked 5 for Launceston, Molly Clark 1 and Meg Sinclair 1, and for North Launceston, Sophie Farrow 1 and Ella Mora 1. Okay, so a big day of footy ahead on the stream this afternoon. We've got 2 streams happening. We've got Launceston and Lauderdale here from Windsor Park, and also hear it on City Park Radio, 103.7 and 96.5. We've also got the stream coming from York Park, Utah Stadium, and that's North Launceston and Clarence. Now, I know you're a Lonnie man, Darren, so you're obviously probably favour Lonnie here against Lauderdale. What about at York Park?
Oh, look, I reckon that's going to be a really good contest. I think having seen Clarence both times that they've played this year against Launceston, both been 2 really good contests. Clarence have a really good blend of some excellent young players, quality young players. Ollie Davis is probably one of the best young kids I've seen going around for a long time. And obviously with the experience of your Josh Green and Webley as the coach sort of thing. So, both times they've played Launceston, a dour win here, and then the contest at Richmond was basically decided in the last quarter. So I think they've got an opportunity. They're playing finals. That's it. They're probably a massive underdog against the reigning premiers. So, yeah.
The other stream today we've got is Glenorchy and Clarence in the TSLW. And look, those 3 top teams in the TSLW, and they're fighting it out year upon year. Launceston, Glenorchy and Clarence, we saw a cracking grand final last year. Yeah. One of the best games I've seen in Tassie footy in recent years, and Launceston just got overrun by Clarence, and I think they were stung by that. And as we can see today's performance, that they're going to be relentless, and I think second half be really interesting to see what their attitude is going into next week. Yeah, well, look, I think they've just got to go on with here, and I suppose put the finishing touches in this game and prepare for next week. And obviously the contests they've had this year, they've beaten Clarence twice and lost twice to Glenorchy, so it'll be interesting to see the result in that other game. Okay, we'll take a break here from the live stream. We're back in 10 minutes or so for the second half here of the TSLW. The half-time score is Launceston 7-4, 46. North Launceston 2 goals straight, 12. Welcome back to Windsor Park, the TSL live stream, and at three-quarter time it's the Blues by 33 points. And you can see the goal kickers: Brooke Brown 5, Molly Clark 2, Mick Thinkley 1, and for the Bombers, Sophie Farrow, Ellie Mora and Maggie Cuthbertson are the goal kickers. As the D-League teams make their way off the ground after their warm-ups at three-quarter time. So Launceston will want to finish in a good fashion here leading up to next week. Of course, the news from half-time, Daria Bannister off the ground with a knock to the knee. Not exactly sure how serious it is. She seemed to be in good spirits, so probably just a precautionary thing in the second half leading up to next week's grand final. Should they make it, which they look odds on to be at the moment, we'll wait and see. Can North Launceston have a late revival here as we're underway in this last quarter? Taken by Hallaby. Hallaby towards full forward. Brooke Brown to clean bowls there. Dixon with the pace. Can she get it off the ground? She can. Off to the right though, one behind. 8-6-54 to 3-2-20. So first inside 50 there to Launceston. Kick out from fullback there from Emily McKinnell. So they string a few possessions together up here looking for Brouard. In the way is Amy Hallaby. Kicks inside 50, but kicks it straight there to Sophie Townsend. The long sleeves, the ruckman there for North Launceston. That's a nice mark. Taken there. Diane Taylor, thanks, Beauty. I've turned your microphone on, I just realised. There you go. So Diane Taylor inside 50, back towards Townsend. As it's going to be a ball up. That Kayla Sheehan was involved there, former Latrobe player. So a few players from the Northwest in today's game. Great to see. Little kick out of defence from the Bombers. Michaela Binns was there.
Maggie Cuthbertson there again.
Yep, doing well. Into Farrow. In fact, that was Ruby Slater, beg your pardon. She gets the kick towards the wing. Here's Jodie Clifford. Back towards Cuthbertson. She picks it up. Left foot kick round the corner. Clean bowls Diane Taylor. Georgia Hill's in there with Bonnie Farrell. Hill wins it. Funny looking torpedo type kick towards half forward. Running out to meet it is Sinclair. Sinclair on attacking 50. One-on-one here. Brooke Brown wins the contest off the ground for number 6. Oh, she misses the ball. She has another opportunity. But gee, that was good defensive pressure there from... It was Cartley Broad back there, the number 16.
It wasn't a nice situation to be in one-on-one with Brooke there, I think, so, and did a really, really good job.
Yeah, just the ball just held up a little bit in the spongy turf. Certainly good pressure there from the North Lonnie defence. Mark Taken. Mia King on attacking 50. Takes the time as Mia King. Wheels round, inside 50, big pack of players. No one can take it. Over the back, doing well there. Again is Cuthbertson. She kicks wide. She finds a teammate. And as far as
Hayley White.
Hayley White, inside 50. Swung in the tackle there is Carly Farrow. She might be penalised, is she? No, ball up. By McKercher. Clearing the area. Blues an attack. Cleared out of defence for the Bombers. So another ball up here. Right on the front of the centre square. 55 plays 20. The handball comes out to a bit of space. So at last we've got a bit of run on footy here happening. Guitar forward looking for Dixon. Punched away in defence there by Kayla Sheehan. Back on it is Sheehan. Can't quite get possession. Mia King does. But I think the free kick will come back to Sheehan. Kayla Sheehan. Side defensive 50. Up here looking for the fellow long sleeve player in Townsend. Can't quite take the mark. She fights on to Sophie Townsend.
been very good in the ruck, Townsend.
Yeah, been very impressed. Out to Hallaby now, has to backtrack. Gets it to Binns. Oh, she weaves through traffic beautifully. Does Michaela Binns on the left foot. Brooke Brown from behind. Cuthbert's in the front position. Still a chance here. Little snap on goal from Sinclair. Well off to the left, hits the behind post. Might be a good result here for Launceston. Get a chance here for a goal. They've only kicked the one since half time. 8-7, 55 to 3, 2-20. Just a goal apiece in this second half. So boundary umpire throws it in. Brooke Brown front position. McKinnell does well for North Launceston. Jodie Clifford tries to clear the area. Now it's Meg Radford. Gets a kick away into the square. It's punched through for behind. That's 8 goals, 8.56 to 3 goals, 2.20. Just seeing a bit of surface water down into the ground, Darren?
There is, yes. I don't know whether the second quarter it was so clean down there with the football that we never saw it on the ground much, but certainly seems to be a bit down there as well.
So a little kick comes out here towards Mora. Not a great one. It's out of bounds. So a free kick, in fact, to Launceston. Brooke Brown right on the boundary. Will she centre it or will she have a crack? Eyes are darting inside. Short little kick. Well done there by the North Lonnie defence. Ebony Barringer knocking the ball away. Now it's out of bounds on the full here. Off the boot of a Launceston player.
Yeah, Molly Clark there.
So
unfortunately,
Clifford. Headed towards King. Picks it up. Got a handball backwards to Brown. Little shimmy to Binns, who pumps the ball inside 50 more than any other Launceston player, I think, today. Many times. Falls off to the left. Inside 50s Grooves this quarter.
7 this quarter, all to Launceston so far.
Right, so North Launceston struggling to get it out of their defensive 50.
I think if you look at it, every player forward of the centre at the moment, so it's going to be very difficult for North to transition it out.
Little kick out there from North Launceston, finds its way to Georgia Hill. Kicks out towards the right. McKinnell tries to clear the area, can't quite do so. North Launceston player tackled there by Dixon. In fact, she'll get a free kick with Emily McKinnell, the number 22. Former Evandale player. Plays up forward. Cameron off her knee inside 50. It's just relentless attacking here from the Blues. As Mora, though, does get a nice kick out of defensive 50. Shoveled out. Reagan Kettle in there. Just forcing it forward. Zoe Bourne working hard. But Georgia Hill has the answers there. Gets out to Cameron. Back to Hill. Bonnie Farrell with the hands. Clifford can't quite pick it up. They just need a kick 40. Open forward line if they can get it, North Launceston. But cruising out of the contest there is Mia King towards half forward. Nicely picked up and cleared there by Gemma Blair. That was good play. Out here looking for Georgie Nicholson. Nicholson picks it up. Oh, holding the player free kick here.
Melissa Smith.
And Melissa Smith will take it. North Launceston are out then, so Melissa Smith, though, will take it for Launceston. Ricochets back to the wing. Oh, that was a big contest there. Net hard was Kayla Sheehan. Ball emerges, but it's marked at half back here by Clifford. Had a lot of it, Jodie Clifford. Adding towards another good player for the Bombers, and Ella Mora. Gets a kick away just in time. Towards half forward. And strong tackle though there. And Launceston playing Bianca White. And the ball up. So they're just slightly forward of attacking part of the centre square here. North Launceston. Clifford again. Fantastic work. Mora, those two combining. Dixon off the ground. Touch ball as it comes back towards the centre of the ground. Players tied. Sunshine comes out here at Windsor Park. Deanne Taylor. But it comes straight back to Gemma Blair. And it'll come straight back through. That's Georgia Hill. Goes wide. Finds Molly Clark. Kicked a couple of goals today. So Molly Clark takes her time towards the wings. Not a great kick. Didn't find the teammate. Spills out of bounds. So not reaching any great heights at the moment, Darren.
It's basically rebounding between the top of the arcs at the moment. Both sides seem to be having issues getting the ball inside their forward 50.
So it's 8 goals to 3 at three-quarter time. It's still that. 16 scoring shots to 5 over the day. So free kick this time to North.
Maggie Cuthbertson, I think.
She's got the ball. There's Maggie Cuthbertson. Let's come back behind the mark. So a chance to build something here. Ball falls short of a teammate. It's out of bounds. Back to free kick. Going the way of the Blues, right in front of their dugout. Big day for the Blues here today. 3 teams in the finals. D-League up against North Hobart. Of course, the seniors in the TSL later against Lauderdale's. Kick comes towards half forward. Well done by Binns. Out here towards Melissa Smith. Tied players now here at Windsor Park to Binns, who's been great all day. He finds a teammate at half forward, and that's Deanne Taylor. Taylor, too far out to score. Finds a leading play in Sinclair. In fact, it's King, Mia King. He takes the mark. Play on the mark about 45 out. She plays on straight away, looking for Sinclair, who takes it within scoring range, you'd think. About 30 out directly in front. It's a big first half for Sinclair, Darren. She's gone out of the game a little bit, but
had probably a relatively quiet third quarter, but her second quarter was dominant, playing at high half forward.
So Meg Sinclair. Kick off to the right a little bit. Can quite make the distance. Molly Clark in there. Jodie Clifford. And the ball won't emerge from there. So it's a ball up in a dangerous position. Launceston deep in attack at the front edge of the centre square. Sorry, the goal square.
Brooke Brown rucking here.
Yep. She wins the tap. She almost takes it herself. Kick smothered. The players trying to get the ball out, but so they're fairly tired deep in this last quarter. So Launceston look like progressing through to the grand final next week. Time and venue yet to be decided, depending on today's TSL games. Brooke Brown again. Well done, Ella Mora. Nice long kick outside defensive 50. We'll come back in though. Here again through Hoiberg Cox. Out towards King. He keeps it in. Does Mia King. Handballs over the top. And this is Brooke Brown. Chance for a 6th. Across the face. 8-9-57. 3-2-20.
She's certainly drawn a crowd down there, Brooke Brown, since the second quarter. So 5 goals, 4 for her at the moment.
Yeah. A great performance. Getting a bag in the semi-final. Pretty good performance. It's a nice long kick out of defence, but once again,
Hayley White.
They've set up the wall, haven't they, down there? At half forward, Hayley White. Out it comes here to Cuthbertson. In fact, sorry, that was the ruckman there in Townsend who got that away. Now to Dixon. Dixon inside 50. Kick out there by McKinnell. That's a mark, might have been taken here.
Camilla Taylor.
Yeah, Camilla Taylor. Long way out. She had the pass or the long kick to the square. She sets it up. Top of the goal square. No mark taken. So a chance for the Blues. That looks like a goal. And I reckon that might be Molly Clark. We just have to wait for her to turn around.
I think it is,
yes. Molly Clark. That's her third. So let's pick it up here on the screen here, but I'm pretty sure that was Molly Clark kicking through the third goal for her and the 9th goal for Launceston. 9-9-63, 3-2-20. In the end, it was just a weight of numbers down.
Yeah, and Molly's made the most of those opportunities in the square where a crowd sort of been drawn to the contest and has been able to capitalise on the ball that basically just spills out the back. So, good positioning around that contest from her.
3 goals, Molly Clark. So Small forward role today. She's done really well. 5 goals to Brooke Brown and 9 overall now for Launceston. In the last minute or so, not long to go. Michaela Binns has been fantastic all day. Gets tackled. Follows up her own ball. Just knocks Jodie Clifford over. Goes back in again. And eventually she gets penalised for incorrect disposals. There you go. Probably a correct decision. But
I think so.
I
think she was just worn out in the end.
I think so. As Townsend kicks it towards the wing. It's over the back. Off the ground here by White. That's why Hoiberg Cox it was. Here she goes, Hoiberg Cox. Landball to Hallaby. To Meg Radford, and that's the final siren. Players embrace. And Launceston are through to the TSLW Grand Final. Resounding victory here this morning against their northern rivals. 9-9-63 Launceston, North Launceston 3-2-20. So margin 43 points. Congratulations to both teams. Especially in that first quarter. And they can hold their heads high. But for Launceston, the successful run in the TSLW continues as they make their way through to another grand final.
Yeah, for sure. And realistically, the second half from North, I think if you were to analyse the game, it was probably the second quarter that cost them. Their second half was excellent. Maintaining the pressure. Probably didn't get the scoreboard reward. Obviously won that third quarter. But yeah, look, for the Launceston team, another successful season and an opportunity to go into a grand final for this, I think, second year in a row.
So let's look at the goal kickers. 5 goals to Brooke Brown for Launceston, 3 to Molly Clark, 1 to Meg Sinclair. And for the Bombers, 1 each to Ella Mora, Sophie Farrow and Maggie Cuthbertson. Just some stats from that last quarter. Hit-outs pretty even in the last quarter. The Bombers 6, the Blues 5. Clearances, North Launceston won the clearances in the last quarter, 6-2. But the Blues won 19-14 over the day. Inside 50s, 11-0 in that quarter, 33-11 over the day. Marks inside 50, 4-0 in that quarter, 10-1 over the day. And free kicks, 21-13 for the game, North Launceston's favour. So, yep, pretty dominant on the statistics. But, North Launceston, as I said, they gave it their best shot, but Launceston just too good in the end.
I think, look, if we looked at ahead of the game, we probably thought that Launceston would control the game, which they did for certainly a fair portion of it. But to North's credit, their contest was excellent at times.
I think the Blues responded in the back half of that first quarter. They realised, hey, we're in a contest here.
Yeah.
A couple of quick goals, just got the margin out.
Yes.
And of course, that second quarter was their most damaging one. Brooke Brown. We can see why the AFL scouts have brought her on board into the competition because certainly she's got a lot of good facets to her game.
Yeah, and look, to finish with 5 goals for her was a fantastic effort.
And we talk about their on-ballers all day. Jennifer Guy, of course, Mia King was prominent. Angela Dixon herself. They had a lot of contributors throughout the day in that midfield. Yeah,
for sure. And look, I think even from the ruck point of view, that we talked about North's dominance as far as the hit-outs, but I think around the ground that Cecilia Cameron really provided a contest around the ground.
And look, Michaela Binns is one, I think, especially in the second half. She knocked up getting kicks. She was one of those players that formed the line across the centre line there and just kept pumping it back in.
Yeah, for sure. Look, a settled back six that really probably did their job from the Launceston's point of view as well.
For the Bombers, a lot of good young players there that gave it their all today. Like they were under siege a lot of times in that back line. Players like Emily McKinnell, Gemma Blair, these sort of younger players.
Reagan Kettle was really good.
Reagan Kettle was fantastic with the tackle, yeah. And of course, Jodie Clifford never stopped trying all day.
No.
Sophie Townsend was really good in the ruck, and Ella Mora was a player that caught my eye a number of times.
Look, certainly a really good contest from her, and look, led from the front by Jodie Clifford for sure.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed our coverage here of the TSLW semi-final. The final score, Launceston 9-9-63, North Launceston 3-2-20. Please stay with us across the day. Of course, there's the 2 streams of the TSL finals later on. There's TSLW stream, Glenorchy and Clarence. There's a lot going on. Big day of footy. Please enjoy your local footy wherever you are today. And we'll sign off from here with a victory for Launceston by 43 points. Thanks, Darren.
All right, thank you, Dave.
And thanks, groups.
No worries, Dave. See you a bit later on.
Bye for now.